to the smoke again. It's a really exciting couple of days, so I thought I'd just share them with you, maybe come along for the ride if that's okay. They say there's no rest for the wicked, and the next 2 days are not going to be an exception to that. 2 really exciting announcements stroke releases stroke launches, one of which nearly didn't happen today, which would have been disastrous because we have had on this particular project about a team of 30 working for months and months and months, but because they're brilliant geniuses, they've ironed out this last wrinkle. So it's going to be a real honour to take you along for this ride, this next chapter in Spitfire's history. And you know, the thing that's happening tomorrow I think is a profound one. Today we're releasing something that is just us getting the fun back on, getting back into the hall, and you know, it's our first percussion library for a while, so after the incredible achievement of the BBC SO, it's not like we're letting our hair down, it's just we're allowing ourselves a bit of fun. So it's going to be, as I say, a real honour to take you along for the ride. Oliver had his kind of album launch performance party yesterday, which I hear went very well, and I wonder if we recorded it, because I want to see what he did with that. So it's all go here. This is very exciting. All will be revealed. That's an interesting... Hi there.
Hello.
That's interesting. Not going to talk about it. That's something else in the future. And
Hello.
so going over to do a bit of a rehearsal and then a dress rehearsal. It's a lovely afternoon, Ben, isn't it? And then we've got the live stream at 5, which is always very nerve-wracking. And live streams, I think I was a lot more nervous for the pre-recorded so-called live stream at Barbican, simply because there's something that happens to your head when you know that you can start a sentence again. You do tend to want to, and I did a couple of times, and that's just really embarrassing to do in front of a crowd of, say, 300 people. Whereas live, I just go into Dory mode, which is keep on swimming. You just keep on going until you get to the end and visualise that very cold, dribbling bottle of beer. Right. How are you getting on, Paul?
Yeah, not too bad. I'm just working on putting together a session for us to demo some of the sounds.
I've just been gradually setting up my shed, Ben. You know, just like just getting the light and just go up and down over 2 years. But for some reason, half of my videos, my face is really red and blotchy, and half of my videos, it's really washed out and it looks like I've got a good complexion.
Well, it's after grading.
After grading, even though the setup's identical and I clocked, it's the shirt colour. Because the ISO automatically. So if you wear a bright shirt, you get a really red, blotchy face.
Right.
And if you wear a dark shirt,
because it's exposure for the highlight. You should set, is this walking around or just in the studio?
No, this is just in the studio.
You should set your ISO to what you want.
Lock it. These look new, Lee.
Yes, I'm so excited right now. It's been a long time coming. Yeah, got some new aperture lights.
Fancy new switcher?
Yes, it's all happening.
Cool, that does it better actually.
Great. We're getting audio.
So where do you do the vision mixing, on what unit?
This guy, the computer. Okay. You can have like a dedicated hardware thing that does that for you, but that costs considerably more.
Yeah.
So this is basically the thing that we need, like really high quality, like uncompressed video constantly.
Okay. And where does it go then?
It goes through this guy, which is going to be recording the entire stream in like 4K. So we've got like a backup should the worst come to the worst.
Okay.
The entire internet goes down, and then that passes along a rather unromantic cable to this computer that will be broadcasting the stream.
Okay.
This is Sal's very unromantic desk.
And is it wired into the wall?
No, it'll just be running off the Wi-Fi. Because there's so few of us, we won't have the Wi-Fi issues that we've had in the last place. Also, we managed to figure out what those were.
Do we have our list?
No.
So first, dressy rehearsal done. Well, kind of.
Not dress rehearsal.
Just
Got to change.
undress rehearsal. But I don't think we're going to get a dress rehearsal, are we? I think that's it. I think that's us done.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be okay. So Paul and I have agreed that you need the same amount as alcohol that makes you good at pool.
No.
And we had maybe a little bit too. Well, I had a little bit too much of BBC SO. we're very nervous for that
Just
one.
need to
But this
take
should
the
be
edge
fun.
off.
It's
A bit of medicine.
a pint
Yeah.
and a half to a pint and 2/3. That's the
Pint and a half to a pint and 2/3.
yeah, it's
Right.
like the magic number. Just getting through the second pint.
That's probably like it's probably like a German. It's like a Stein.
A measure.
yeah, exactly one Stein.
You need to rewatch The Colour of Money. Work out at what point he starts. He starts blowing the shots.
So, okay, you're good, we're good, we're about to press go.
I have a question.
Sally
Is
has a
Lauren
question.
there?
Is Lauren there? Lauren is there.
Is she doing chat or is she handling the chat comments and
Could
stuff?
she help handle chat comments because my computer's now in use?
Hi there, Christian Henson from Spitfire Audio here.
And Paul Thompson as well.
Do you get nervous for these?
I do, yeah. My heart's racing.
Absolutely.
It's ridiculous.
I don't know if it's as bad as BBC. That was a slightly more the train set once more. Thanks ever so much for watching, and see you again very soon.
Bye.
Ah, well done, Paul.
Well done, Christian.
Well done, everyone. That was so much fun. It's so much. I do think that just listening there, I do think it's Jake has done, and the players. It's
Stunning.
fucking. It just sounds so amazing. Thank you. Yeah. This is just. It's days like today where it's just mental. It's mental. But this is my job. Insane. Right. There's a friend having a birthday party up the road, so I may sink a few tonight. A few beers will last a night, so feeling a bit ropey, just waiting for a cab to take me back to Talyard. The live stream was really well received yesterday, which I'm delighted about. Put a vlog up last night, and then into King's Cross to do a keynote and all sorts of other exciting things. Okay, so I didn't film my keynote because I was doing my keynotes, but we've got another event here this afternoon, which is very exciting. I just want to bring people up to date. I basically started playing with YouTube before you became the social...
Yes.
Because I was basically jealous of Paul becoming famous.
Yeah.
I've started admitting this now. So I started playing with YouTube, and then we redesigned the website. We basically copied Mr.
Yes.
Porter,
Yeah.
who had a journal,
Yeah.
and just kind of arbitrarily decided that we were going to do this monthly journal, which you then took over and then took to kind of the next
Yeah.
level.
Yes.
And then we stopped.
Yes. I think there were loads of... I mean, at one point we'd be doing 6 videos a month, which is crazy.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, when I was getting both you and Paul involved, and there was just sometimes it was just almost too much.
Yeah.
And then content was getting lost. And then with the website was a little bit tricky. And then I think it was a moment of like, let's just step back and just have a look at what's going on. And then with lots of conversations with Will, and he had some really great ideas. It was let's just...
Was our former head of marketing, now
Yes.
CEO.
Yes. And then he just said, well, let's just stop and then revamp it, redo the whole thing, which meant that we just got, you know, we went silent basically. We didn't even advertise that it was going to be the last journal. I just said, let's just stop. Clear the space for loads of amazing product things, which has been also really interesting to see. And then in the background when did we start doing that? From early this year.
Wow.
People have been building an incredible website from scratch.
So what is the concept? It's not the journal. It's not called the journal.
No.
And it's not like a reboot. It's a new thing.
It's a new thing. So what's really great, and what we've noticed in the market, even as a kind of editorial thing, there's not really, people touch on it, but there's not a focus thing about composers. So we've called it Composer Magazine, and the focus in that is just solely on the person or couple of people and their craft, and that's it. And my goal with it is to make it really on trend with what the latest releases are, and then also to get the sort of underground visionary people in there as well. So it really covers all grounds of music making. And what's really lovely is just, yeah, I mean, I'm really excited because it looks amazing and I can't wait. So the Newton Brothers, which we've been advertising, they are our lead feature because they've just released Dr. Sleep, which is out in the cinemas now. And they did a really intensive walkthrough of how they really address horror, and they go in depth about their work on The Haunting of Hill House. So that's nearly an hour-long feature.
Oh,
It's
brilliant.
meaty, but it's great.
I attended one of the shoots,
Yes.
and I was actually surprised at how much time you needed
Yes.
until I saw the end result. And that's you've kind of rebooted that approach as well.
Yeah, I think the shoots can take a while. For me, when we do them, I'm just really keen to capture absolutely everything, because throughout the time that you have with composers, they will come out with, you know, so many gems that I have to capture everything, because then it's all about that final edit. And especially with composer, I want to make sure that it's, for someone, say for example the Newton Brothers again, someone might just really enjoy The Haunting of Hill House and might land on our video with that and be like, oh, what is this? And I want them to really understand and actually relate with it. Be like, oh yeah, I loved, actually those sounds were really cool, and they actually just sit there and listen to what, you know, they might have never come across that unless they hadn't have watched The Haunting of Hill House. And so I think for me, with the content with composer, it is, they are long, big shoots, and they also they have to look, you know, they have to look great. And
that does, it's that
Yeah.
last 1%. I mean, I think that you and I enjoy
Yes.
the vloggy stuff and
Yes.
the run and gun,
Yeah.
and we can be a bit more guerrilla about that. And I think that's so nice that sits on our separate channels.
Yes.
But where the production value of this is concerned, you've just aimed for the absolute highest possible.
Oh yeah, I push the guys, you know, I really do push them pretty hard, but they've got, I mean, they just put up with me, so it's fine. But I've got really, you know, the guys I work with are really, really great. Jacob, who we work for the Journal with, and he's worked with Spitfire for a long time, he just gets it, and we really speak a lot about how we want to shoot things, and then he just goes in and does the damn thing, and it's great. And obviously Lee, for example, when it comes to doing the portraits, I mean, the Newton Brothers one again speaks for itself, as well as all the others that he did when we were out in LA. So yeah, I think it's really keen for me to make it look bloody good.
The thing for me also as well is in your questioning and your probing, and as you say, keeping it meaty, is that for me it's so easy to make just replicas of DVD extras.
Yeah.
That kind of light.
Yeah.
5-minute sound bite, this, that, and the
Yeah.
other. Whereas these are studies almost, you know.
Yeah.
Well, that's maybe the wrong word. But it's material of its own kind of merit, really. It's not.
Yeah, and I want people that might not really get composers or what that world is. I want them to relate with it and not feel alienated when they're watching these videos. So it might be, for example, you might ask a very simple question and then just get a really beautiful answer that captures a really wide audience. They're like, oh yeah, cool. And then there's the other layer of then going into then studying the sounds, and then just, yeah, it's just trying to keep everyone as much as you can engaged, which is also another goal for this one as well.
Brilliant. So where do people go?
Spitfire Audio, where it says community at the moment, we're switching that to Composer. So on launch day, it's going to be the Composer Red, which is the key part of the branding for the whole thing. Click on that and it opens into the magazine. And yeah, and that's it. That's the whole website as it stands. So I'd love to give all the team a round of applause because it's incredible.
It's been amazing few days. Thank you so much for coming along for the ride. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. If you want to be notified the next time I put up a video, ding that bell, and one of those for the amazing efforts of the Spitfire team. Thanks again. See you next time.